Okay, got to put a video up for today, so I'm just going to put up a rant video. During the summer I had college kids stay at our Bikersville Repute clubhouse. And the first month that they had, there was 4 people there. In the first month, I made a total of $300. So that doesn't add up with 4 people at $25 a piece per week. So I asked about one of them, and they said, "Oh, he quit." I said, "When?" "Oh, he just quit this last Friday or Saturday, whatever." It's like, okay, I lost $100. Bang, first month. Then they had people coming in. Some would they'd come and tell me, "Oh, he's only here for one night." But the thing is, what made that free? I don't know. I mean, they're college kids. Can they not figure, take $25, divide it by 7, and come up with, okay, you owe him $3.50 for a night? No, they think it's free. So every time that happened, I marked it down as, hey, that's money I lost. Well, at the last month, there's been 5 people. Well, yeah, the last month there's been 5 people staying there. And I asked, been last weekend, not the last weekend, but the weekend before last. I asked the head guy, his name's Ross, I said, "You know these guys, all of them owe me $100? And he goes, "They do? Who?" I said, "Well, Phil." And he said, "Well, Phil's having hard times right now. I've been loaning him, spotting him money, blah, blah, blah. He'll pay me." Okay. And I said, "Keppa?" He said, "Well, Keppa quit 4 weeks ago." I said, "Did you have a guy come in right away and take his place?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, that guy, whoever that is, owes me $100. "Oh, okay." But at the time, it was not Ross, because Ross paid up each time, because he trying to keep the company looking good. But the other 4 owed me $100. So I said, okay, well, last weekend they owed me $120. Well, that weekend they didn't pay, so they owe me now like $150. So I go in this last Sunday or Saturday night, see if they're going to pay me anything. And this Phil guy come out and he said, "I gave you $10 extra the last time." I said, "Yeah." I said, "You only owe me $15 for that 1 week." He goes, "Oh, okay." He hands me $90. And I said, "How much longer are you staying?" He said, "Oh, tomorrow will be my last day." So I brought it to his attention that he owed me $50 more. He said, "Oh, I do?" I said, "Yeah." And he says, "Well, I have to run up to the bank and get more money." I said, "Okay." I said, but I showed him my records I had, and I said, "If you look at your receipt, you'll find that my records are correct." And he said he'd look at that, because I give him a receipt every time they pay me. And I asked him, I said, "As a matter of fact," I said, "all the rest of the guys here owe me $150. And he said, "They all left." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "There's just him and another guy." I said, "Holy crap." I said, "Now how long has this other guy been here?" And he said, 1.5 months. I said, "Well, I'm getting ready to leave." I said, "Go ahead and leave your money on the table." I said, "Tell the other guy he owes me $150. Leave the money." And he said he was leaving Monday. Yeah, I said, just leave the money on the table. I'll be there to pick it up. Well, yesterday I went up, and Phil didn't bother evidently to leave me any money. I don't know who left the money, but it was the tidy sum of $25, 1 week payment. So I'm not sure if that came from Phil, or this was the other guy that stayed a month and a half and figured that's all he owed me was $25 for a month and a half. Plus you had the other 4 guys that skipped out and didn't pay me a thing. So at the end now, I got it all totaled up, I've lost $641.50. So a piece of advice, people. If kids from college come around looking for a room just to spend the night and to get up and get a shower in the morning and take off and go do their canvassing, I wouldn't do it. You better tell them you want paid up front first before they stay, because they're going to rip you. Because they sure did rip me off. And I heard 2 or 3 of them saying that they're going to come back here next year because they thought it was nice to, you know, be left alone and kind of have the run of the place. And I'd like to see them come back next year so I can look them right in the face and say, you guys owe me $641.50, and until I get that, you know, there ain't none of you college kids staying here. So that's my rant for the day. Don't ever let college kids stay in your house. They'll rip you off. Now, being Tuesday, I'm going to go out and mow the yard a little bit. Then go in and get me a shower and get ready for bed so I can get up and go to work again at Taste the Apple. $8 an hour. Okay. That's my rant for today. And I suppose to keep up with the flow, even though everybody's a month and a half late, we did this earlier. See this garage and this chair I'm sitting in? This is a FEMA chair. This is a FEMA garage. Me and Keith's been lying. Our last names aren't Gruwell. It's FEMA. We're going to take over the world.